Breakfast Club. We have Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Trigger.
Trey Songz.
You still stealing people girls, man?
Oh, man, I only said that once in one song. It just stuck with me. You ever realize I only said it one time?
Really?
Yeah.
That's not something you do on a consistent basis. You stole one person's girl, and then
I made
it stuck with you.
I made one song about one intro. It never.
It is stuck.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back, sir.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, Trey,
time.
congratulations. Huge hit song right now, Nana.
Oh, thank you. Feel good.
I remember at first, Charlamagne, you said you didn't really like that song, but then it grew on you.
Charlamagne don't like nothing.
No, I do. I didn't like Nana
He
at
comes
first.
out the gate with hate, and
But
then
you know, I like. I'm one of the people that like when you do ballads,
Right?
and
Yeah.
slow
Charlamagne,
songs.
every time he talk to me, he want me to do an album full of ballads.
I need something I can do, Trey.
That's all he want me to do.
You can't say
Excuse me,
that.
Charlamagne.
Oh, I'm sorry, my
A
bad.
clean show, sir.
Okay. Yeah, but I want something I
and you
can
can't
have sex
to
to.
Nana?
It's cool. If it's, you know, it's kind of, it's like, you remember that old Bobby Valentino album when he had all the slow things, but there was that one record with Ludacris?
Nah, we're not going there. Let's
Bobby
relax.
had a classic now.
Let's relax, though. What are you talking about?
That first Bobby album was classic, Trigger.
Fucking relax. You cussing, I'm cussing.
Trey, you didn't like the first Bobby
That
Valentino
got to
album?
do with Nana. Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
He had an
But first of all,
record.
I ain't make Nana for you to have sex to. First of all, shut up. Right.
It is a club record,
Right.
yes.
Yeah, but I got those two on the album. Of course, I don't do an album without.
They seem like they love your club records, though. It's like they don't even want you to do ballads almost. Or when you do them, it's like they like them, but they like the club joints better.
I mean, it's interesting because ballads take a longer time to grow and sit and resonate with people, but when they do they last longer as far as performing, as far as the impact they have, the emotional connection you have with people. Like Can't Be Friends, I still perform that right now, and I could cut all the music off and the fans will sing the whole song. You know
Classic
what I mean?
tune.
Like Dive In last night. You know what I mean? Crazy. Every time I perform it anywhere in the world, went to Angola and they sang Everywhere of Dive In. You know what I mean? Or Break It Down. Neighbors Know My Name. And they still sing it. So I think it's just a different connection that people have with ballads and records that are emotional versus the club records. You know, but the club records they get the register spinning.
Now let's talk about last night a little bit. You was on stage. You performed with 50. You did the Smoke record.
Yeah, shout out to 50, man.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
And then right after that, it seemed like all hell broke loose.
It didn't seem like that.
Did you see anything?
I didn't see nothing.
Are you asking him to snitch? What is wrong
Look, he came straight. Look, he didn't even try to curve that joint. Did you see anything? What happened, Trey? This is your man talking. What happened?
Not even off the record, like on
No.
the record.
We didn't even talk about this before the mics came on. So last night, right? I know you was up there.
But you've been doing a lot of stuff with 50 lately. Obviously, you guys have the song Smoke together. You've been performing with him. Is there plans for you guys to go on tour together, or is that what it leads up to?
I mean, Fifth is actually Fifth is he a funny dude. You know, he's just chopping it up with him is very insightful. We did Good Morning America on what was that, Friday?
Yeah, we seen that.
And I actually surprised my hometown in Virginia on the show he headlined on. So we haven't talked about touring or anything, but we do talk a lot about business endeavors. He has things he wants to bring me in and be a part of, which I'm excited about. And I think it's crazy that he had the G Unit reunion and had me come out, Fab come out, and I think the 50 smarter than a lot of people give him credit for. So it's dope to be aligned with him, and it's the craziest part to me is that it's a record that's 4 years old that brought him and I together. So shout out to Fifth, man. He got that animal ambition dropping.
Were you always cool with him, or is this like somebody that you just...
No, Fifth actually was always, he brought me up to the crib in Connecticut for like a few days some years back, and we actually worked on some records. But none of them actually made his album back then, and we still got records from then. And then when I went, the actual Smoke record was for Trey. You know, I was in with Trey. We did about 5 or 6 records 3 years ago, you know what I mean? So
That's Dre's album, though, right?
Is it?
I mean...
I don't think he's doing an album no more.
Ain't nobody think about no album when he just made $3 billion.
That ended up being 50. No, I haven't. I haven't heard Smoke till 50 came to the studio and was like, "This the song." I was like, "Word, it's hot."
How do you always end up with all the rappers? Do you ever look around and be like, "Man, R&B need to get back popping so we can start doing some R&B tours"?
I mean, I would love to do an R&B tour. I think the culture would love it as well. But it's come to the point where it's so integrated, where the two are almost synonymous. You know, and what I love about my position in music is that I could I could put out Smartphones and have Nana out at the same time, where they two totally different complexion records. And I think R&B is in a good place, but I think hip hop is just taking over the world. You know what I mean? Like you got Katy Perry on trap drums. You know, you got Miley Cyrus on. You got Justin Bieber putting out
record with the Migos.
With, you know what I'm saying? Like it's different. The complexion of music is different. I don't know what it actually. I don't know that we need to change it or what would happen for R&B to emerge in a different light. But I can't guarantee that I have some great R&B music. I've actually played you a lot of the stuff.
Absolutely.
Probably about 2 months ago, I played you some records, and a lot of those records are still on the album. I actually added some records as well, but I think R&B is in a great place, man.
Now I realize you don't really do the clubs anymore. Like when you first came out, you was at every club, every night, every week. I noticed you don't do that anymore, and you do more arenas. Why is that?
Right.
Man, that's a stupid question.
Nah, because they offer him a lot of money to do the clubs, and he turns them down.
I think you probably make it more in an arena, right?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about arenas and touring though is that you, whereas though you take in a lot of revenue, you pay a lot too. You know, whether you got backline to pay, whether you got to pay your production staff, I got to pay my band, I got to pay everybody. And
that's why I asked, because the club did you just you
just pick up the bag.
Just pick up the bag and keep it moving.
I mean, I was picking up a lot of bags. I needed bags back then.
You know, a lot of bags back then.
I go to the club when I want to now. You know, to host the club, you go, you required to do a certain amount of time. I don't need to do that. You know, I like to party and enjoy myself, but I haven't been doing hostings probably for the last a couple years, unless I really like want to do it and it's something special around it. I think it with the internet and everything, like we already so accessible as artists. So if you put a show up and then you put an after party up, and people got a choice of what they're gonna do. If they got things to do, they got to put the kids to bed, they got to do this, that, and the other. They're gonna make sure they get to the club. Right. They're gonna get to one or the other. So I'd rather you see the show. When you see me at the club drinking and chilling, I'd rather you see me for what it is that I do, what it is that I love to do.
Plus, it probably gets annoying sometimes. Like, you go to the club, next thing you know, you're on all the blogs and everything, and there's like that girl that I know the lawsuit was dismissed, but like just stupid stuff from you being in the club, and you don't really have to be there. And
no, that is true too. Like you mentioned, something being dismissed, you go getting sued for something I don't know nothing about. You know what I mean?
Some girl said he threw some money and it scratched her cornea.
Yeah, I threw some money in the strip club.
That's that story.
I'm gonna use that one.
I threw some money in the strip club.
What kind of money you throwing?
Right?
And her cornea got scratched from the money just coming down.
Money coming down.
Right. So stuff like that, man, is definitely things that I could stay away from. And I love to have fun and have a good time too. But as you grow as a brand, you gotta kind of realize what's important. And I still club. I still like to have fun, but I don't really do the host, put my name on the flyer, put my picture on the flyer. I'll be there chilling.
Plus, it's easier to relapse in the hood mode when you're in the club. Like, you might see a fight and just be like, man, I feel like throwing a punch. That's just the Virginia.
I forget how Trey used to be.
Oh, stop.
I forget.
Trey used to be a different man. Listen, Trey used to be August Alsina. The way August acted.
No, you know what?
Trey was jumping off the stage, fighting people.
That was Trey.
I ain't seen the video.
No,
he got upset somebody took his hat in the audience.
He went crowd surfing and somebody took his hat.
But his brother had gave him the hat. His brother that got killed had gave him the hat, so it was important to him.
Right.
I remember Trey stopping a club in New York. Somebody threw up a sign, and you was performing, and you stopped in the middle of performance and said, "What that sign be?" And you stopped them, and you went out there to find out what it was, and dude was just giving me an okay sign.
That was before the internet was crazy.
Yeah,
somebody threw up a peace sign.
If the internet was crazy when I was gone, I was wild.
I remember a video of you jumping off stage though. I don't know what it was for though.
Yeah, Trey was a wild boy.
How did you evolve? I mean, I know you cut the cornrows. That
was all. That was all I needed to do. Once I cut my braids, I'm a changed man, baby. I took my shirt off. I did a couple sit-ups. I said I invented sex, and here we are.
No, but that's great. We saw that you and August Alsina had a situation where, you guys got into it. I guess he was upset with you, but now you're saying, look, I understand I was that way when I was younger, so you understand where he's coming from. And
I mean, my thing is, when you first get in this thing, you doing interviews, and you're not used to people like Charlamagne who come and Angela who come
got him
have you in the trick bag, have you in the trick bag, have you in your feelings. That's something new to a new artist. I know where his heart is, and I know, like I said earlier in the interview, that August, I rock with dude. I believe in him. I think he's very talented. he dealing with a lot in his life outside of music. You know, like y'all mentioned, he lost his brother. You know, he taking care of his nieces, and this ain't even my business to tell this information, but I feel like, you know, as far as our relationship is concerned, people need to know that, you know, I'm off that. You know, like I said, I was on that.
Right.
Like I was hype. I had it. I think my temper might have been worse than his.
Absolutely.
You wanted to see August.
No, I didn't.
No, he's saying he's off that now. Charlie, stop.
You wanted to see
The old Trey.
That's the
There
trick.
you go.
You wanted to see. Yeah, I wanted to catch up with him. That's how you catch a nigga out there. Nah, I was gonna check him out.
But y'all all cool down there.
No, we good.
You guys had a conversation and just, you know.
Yeah, we good, man. You know, I ain't into none of that. I'm trying to get my money right. And I think one of the things that's crazy about hip-hop culture that you see nowhere else is that we always try to bring each other all the way down, and we gotta have this beef and that beef and this quarrel and that. I'm cool, man. It's enough room for all us to be successful, make money.
Have you spoke to Chris Brown?
I spoke to him this morning.
How is he doing?
Yeah, he actually texted me this morning. He out on my way here. You know, I ain't speak to him. I ain't hear his voice, but he out. He good.
That's great.
That was good timing too, because you had the crowd say free CB last night.
Yeah, and
That might have worked.
You put it in the air.
That might have worked. Why is y'all bond so tight, other than the Virginia thing?
Chris and I, we actually did our first tour together. You know, it was a free tour. I actually posted on my Instagram like 9 pictures, just like on the throwback moment, like me, Chris, me, Nicki, me, Drake, a whole bunch of people. But Chris and I, we did our first tour together, and I always looked at him like as a younger brother. And now we adults, because he was so much younger than me when we first got in the game. He was 16, I was 20. You know, so he came out on that tour. He probably did like 8 dates on that tour, like a 20 show run. And I remember just him blowing up. Like, you know what I mean? Just seeing him go from this little energetic kid that loved everything about it to where he is now, and seeing him go through what he's been through, and me having been there early in his career, and us having a bond early in his career with everything that's happening in his life. You know, me being like, I don't want to say that, you know, my career kind of, the trajectory in my career was much slower than his. It was much more gradual. I was able to embrace and deal with things differently without, like, I was able to jump off stage and not get sued for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was able to do all that he wouldn't have been able, like, he gets sued for millions of dollars for that. So I just feel like at this point in his career, when he's a man and he dealing with a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of people abandoning him, I've been his homie, you know, and right now I feel like he needs somebody that he know is down for him, and I'm down for you, dog. Like, I want to see, like I said, I want to see us all successful.
Right.
You know, to see, a lot of people would look at it like, Chris locked up, this is my time.
Right.
You know, this is my time, I could take this rank, but that ain't what it's about. If there aren't other people in the genre that can push it forward, if there's nobody to compete with, nobody that's whack, you know what I mean? Big had Pac. You know what I mean?
That didn't end well. That's not a good example.
Right, no, I'm saying, but as far as music is concerned,
gotcha.
you had that pushing the culture forward.
Right.
You know what I mean? You had the fact that it was 2 greats. It was this, you know. I just want to make sure that we push each other forward. And I'm at the point in my life, man, where I'm just so happy about everything. You know, I'm just happy about my music. I'm happy my family's taken care of. I'm wealthy. You know what I mean? My music is sounding amazing. And if I could goddamn help my dog out in the meantime, I'm cool with that.
Dope.
Now the MTV Africa Awards coming up. It's you and Miguel on the bill. A little friendly competition there.
Oh no, I'm chilling. I'm just gonna go out there and smash. I ain't got nothing to do with what he doing.
Or
Your album's still coming out July 1st, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you feel good about the setup, obviously.
I feel great, and I'm going to Africa actually Wednesday, so I'll be gone for like a week. What we doing out there for the MTV Awards? It's the second time I'm going to Durban. I actually just was in Angola 2 weeks ago, performed for like 50,000, 60,000 out there. That was an incredible feeling. So to be able to go back there and promote and really embrace the people at the time I'm dropping the album, it's usually a year after, 2 years after, because I'm still so stuck in the cycle of making sure that America and all this is done here, this is done there. So to be able to go out there and promote everything that I'm doing here at the same time is going to make them feel really special, because, you know, they get everything late. You know, they get your presents late. They get the music late sometimes. So to be able to go out there and give it to them directly is great. And July 1st, man, I'm so excited about the album.
And then you come back in Essence Music Festival right after that.
Yeah.
That's where you need to be at. That's for all the rapper
He is
functions.
going to be there.
I do that every year.
Okay.
5 years straight.
Good. We need more of those. That's why they need more R&B tours like you, Miguel.
But you ain't been there. That's
August.
just how we need more. You ain't even know.
No, I went when the year Katrina hit New Orleans. I went to Houston for the Essence Music Festival.
Yeah.
You got to go to New Orleans.
Yeah, that ain't even. What you saying? You ain't been since it been back in New Orleans.
No, I'm gonna go, man. So listen, with the new album, are you gonna be more personal? Because a lot of people feel like they don't really know Trey.
Right, and that's by design actually. Throughout most of my career, I ain't want people to know too much. You know, I give you my music, and I give you so much of me just outside of what it is that I do within my life, taking care of my family, CEO of my company, relationships, and all that people pry into. I tried to keep people out of outside of just giving you the music that I love to make.
People pry into your relationships?
I mean, people pry into everything. In this album, I am speaking about a lot of different things because people want to know what it is that's going on with me, love wise. Am I in love? This, that, and the other. No, I'm not in love. You know what I mean? I'm an R&B singer. I'm not in love. Have I been in love? Yes. You know, am I having sex at the party with 3 girls sometimes? Yes. You know what I mean?
How many people would you say you've been in love with?
Been in love. I've been in love twice.
Twice?
Yeah.
Okay. So I assume your ex-girlfriend, she got married, right?
Who are you talking about?
Helen.
She's not married.
Oh, I thought she got married. And then
Who the hell is Helen?
Nah, I'm almost thinking the same
That
thing.
was
That
the
was
trick
the girl
bag
that-
too, because I was like,
She got married, didn't she?
what? I was like, yeah, one of them did, but she was. Don't nobody know about that.
Are you addressing that on the
That
new
was the
album?
girl he was with for a very long time.
I'm addressing a lot of
He always
things on
says
the
that he
album.
was in love, right?
No, I love Helen to death. I'm happy for her though.
So she didn't get married, or she did?
She's engaged.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Lauren London?
Yeah.
Okay.
What about?
I'm just thinking those are the 2 people that you were
I'm
in
just
love
saying,
with.
you asked another question
No,
about
I'm saying
the
the
other
2
girl.
people that you were in love with. I'm assuming those are the 2.
Yeah, you're right.
The 2 that met his mom.
Yeah.
That's a 7-year ago Trey. He was like, "What you saying?"
She
man?"
didn't ask,
Like,
she
what,
didn't
what
ask
we-
you a question,
what we
by the way.
going-
I told him.
She just wanted to throw that out there.
The trick bag. It's all good. It's all good. I said I'm being honest and personal.
Now this is gonna be an awkward question, right?
Oh,
Here we
Here
go.
we go.
I gotta be that. I'm just gonna ask you.
Because you set it
I
up
seen this
crazy.
video, not because they gonna make me feel funny, make me feel a little ashamed.
All right,
feel funny if you're
I
funny.
gotta use the bathroom.
I seen your video, right?
Okay, let's hear this.
Pause.
Ain't no pause.
What is your workout regimen and what do you eat?
He think you sexy, Trey. He just want to know.
See, that's what I
He likes your abs. He want to know if you're gluten free or not.
I should have asked you behind the scenes, man.
Yo,
See?
That's even worse.
You should have let Ange ask. You should have.
Here, Abby, you should have threw that question to me. Yeah, you should have told me.
You set yourself up.
You know how
crazy,
different it
bro.
would have sounded if I would have said, "So Trey, you've been looking great, man. Your abs and everything. What's your workout?"
That's right.
regimen?"
Speak for
Yo,
Envy now.
Em.
Yeah, there you go.
Envy,
you
anything
shoulda-
else?
Forget it.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look away
Let-
now.
let Ange ask
Oh,
all
you
your
know what? He
questions.
sent me
bro.
Now if I look at you, I gotta feel like I'm googly eyeing you now. I got
Jesus Christ.
Envy sent me some
I'm
questions.
all on calisthenics.
Block him on Instagram, Trey.
Raping my like button.
All right, here he said, "Ash Trey. He's been looking really
I
good
did not text
lately.
you about See, I hate you guys.
Your skin looks so smooth."
Oh.
What-
We forget it,
Let me
man.
see the text.
No, there's no text for me. Stop it.
Like she hit her
He don't even
phone.
wanna
She's
answer the
looking at
question
something totally.
So we could have a
You
good.
want to know now?
No, I don't. We could have a good health segment right
the
here.
Nana video was crazy though. That motivated me to work out. Just being around all them girls, like you know, they work out hard. Shout out to Rosa, Manco Fit, Jasma, the Bella Twins, and the thing behind that video is that like it's so many people on the kind of the fitness kick, but it's a lot of people that are really dedicated to it. Some people doing it for the time being, and I wanted to highlight the women that are really dedicated to it, doing it day in and day out. And myself, like I'm just doing a lot of push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups.
So you don't do no real workout, just
That is a
calisthenics.
real workout.
Now push-ups. I mean,
Calisthenics.
there's a
How you-
difference between
how you
gym,
just-
workout every day, and just push-ups.
Envy, I'm gonna get Rosa a
Those are
class to train you.
calisthenics. That's a workout.
He's crazy. You just said I ain't working out.
No.
He said he does.
He wants you to take
push-ups,
off your shirt
sit-ups.
right now. He's trying
Come on,
to.
see?
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to push you to
And
show.
he just
show him.
discredited my whole
Yeah.
regimen.
You don't
Nah,
really work out, so.
But I use my own body weight for most everything I do.
Okay,
like
that's what
I'm
I was
doing like
asking.
You wanna
I'm
know
doing
how
like
much you weigh now?
250 push-ups a day.
What about
No.
your diet?
I eat whatever I want.
Okay, see, Envy in here juicing but not working out. That's what your problem is.
Shut up.
Then you want to know if you eat a lot of bananas or something?
No, I don't want. Yo, stop it. I ain't asking nothing else, man.
It's getting crazy.
Next question.
It's getting crazy.
The album comes out July 1st, man. We appreciate you joining us. These guys are so awkward, man.
And World Tour.
We awkward.
World Tour is coming at the end of the year or 2018?
Yeah, we setting up the tour towards the end of this year, the Trigger Tour. And everybody on my Twitter, I'm actually sending out this thing where they can demand what city they'd like to see me in. We got a lot of requests here in New York. We got L.A., London, Chicago. There's a lot of people responding to that. I got the app out right now, the Angel Network, where as though fans get to meet me through contests. I'm sending like a lot more exclusive content through the app.
Only women can be angels?
I never thought about any men wanting to be angels.
Watch this throw. Go ahead, G. Okay.
You want to be the first honorary? You want to be the honorary angel?
Oh, you want to join in with that?
I got to.
Oh, if he wants to be an angel.
My goodness.
Do you feel
remember,
like
Charlamagne when Trey was here with us for Valentine's Day? Charlamagne had a good hookup.
Well, that was a mistake.
Hold up, what happened?
You don't remember?
What
He had a
happened?
guy
We had a
on
hookup,
stage.
and you were with Yee. You were doing an interview, and we paired Charlamagne with a young man.
He was very androgynous. That's the word, right?
He was very feminine, though. And Charlamagne didn't know.
I had no idea. I
I
thought it was a girl.
Charlamagne was massaging
I
his...
didn't know. What you want me to do?
They caught you out there.
They did.
And you talk about envy.
It could have been worse. It could have been a Mr. C situation, but it wasn't.
man.
I just rubbed his back.
I just rubbed his back. The quotables. I'm about to, Charlamagne, I just rubbed his back. I overheard.
Do you think it's better to have that direct relationship with your fans as opposed to going through the label, letting the label handle stuff like that?
That's been the way I've been molding my career since the beginning.
Word.
You know, when the label and I used to bump heads about what my musical direction would be, I go and make mixtapes. I go and give you a whole free body of work just so we would have that relationship and understanding way back to MySpace, to Ustream, to now Twitter, Instagram, and now my own app. I think having a direct-to-consumer relationship is amazing because you actually know your client, your customer, your fan. A record label, they have a staff of 200, a roster of however many as well. So they got to juggle a lot of things around. So as an artist, if you don't know your brand and you don't know who you giving your life to, your music to, your soul, your passion, then you shooting in the dark.
All right.
Once again, we appreciate you coming. Album July 1st. What's the name of the album?
I just said it.
Trigger.
Okay, there you go.
And he's still thinking about your ass.
Shut up, man. It's the Breakfast Club. It's Trey Songz.